However, unfortunately, this guard had Mizkif on pack watch and stabbed him in the back. Guards are never, ever, ever supposed to attack someone of the same faction.
Oh my god, the guard ran over it. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was a Maku Ra, so he just died and started over. He's just standing there. Look at his face. Look at. So this guy is making this series on OnlyFangs news, and like he tells like the drama and the news that happened for the day, and like who died and whatnot every day since the beginning of the guild. And so like he has it on a playlist, but it's all unlisted. And then he says in one of them, he's like, yeah, you can react to it. I'm just not going to list the video. I'm like, what the okay, sure. So yeah, this is what's been happening in OnlyFangs.
The only place where you can find out what all your guildies did in the past day so you know who to make fun of properly. I'm your host, Harold, here to tell you what happened on Channel Doomhowl yesterday. First day in means first day jitters, but not just for the players, but also for the servers. If you were lucky enough to have the day off work, not go to school, or are insanely rich off of playing video games and were lucky enough to play within the first hour, you'll know that we all got a new appreciation for our OCE friends that play on 500 ping all the time. Wasn't all bad though, a lot of firsts were made. The first Swift—
There is no way I would ever play this game on 500 ping on hardcore. Like, there's just not a chance.
This potion was found and used by a one Apricot, the first guild charter. That's right, thanks to a small group of anonymous Discord members and WoW speedrunners, we were able to get the first guild charter and get the name OnlyFangs. First level 20 hit by Amphi, no surprise there, and the first death to Lava, and also above level 10 by Aether.
Yeah,
Let's see that clip, shall we?
Dude, you are dead.
What are you doing?
Okay.
All other prominent deaths will be listed here. On to the race war segment. First update. Early on, it was pretty close throughout the whole day.
Died
Until
on
later in the
day
evening
one?
when the Trolls and Taurens became neck and neck. At about 9 p.m., the Trolls and Taurens were completely tied up at 340 points before I single-handedly pulled the Trolls ahead by 10 points. As a journalist, I must uplift the 4 pillars of journalism and remain unbiased, because at the end of the day, the Trolls ended in the lead. I can factually say that the Trolls are the best. By the end of the night, the Trolls—
Yeah, the Trolls are getting fisted right now. I think that they got the first one to level 60 and then they all died. So
were ahead by 36 points, and the Orcs were completely out of the race thanks to their fellow Orc mate Aether dying in the—
No, we're out of the race because Mizkif keeps running it the f down.
Lava cost him a whole lot of points. And the Undeads are giving a disappointing performance, especially after their race leader Sardako giving a detailed guide on exactly what to do. I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes. Now onto recommendations. League streamers, stop using right click to move. I know you're seething right now because you don't see 23 gold pop up every time you kill a mob, and you're—
That's crazy. He's using right click to move?
endocrine systems are completely fried, but just stop it. Play the game with WASD and get used to WoW. Now for all the bad players and Aether, go ahead and make a backup toon. Not as a bank vault because that's illegal this time around, but so that when you die, you can level even faster. That's right, if you log a character out in an inn, then you will get a rested XP bonus, meaning the next time you play, you will get increased XP, and the longer your character is in that inn, the more XP you'll get. So if you—
Wait. So am I not getting rested EXP if I don't have an extra character?
you plan on dying, or don't plan on dying, but already have died, or you'll probably just will die, throw a character in an inn, and then your next leveling will be a little bit less grueling.
Oh, right. Okay, so you make a second character. That way when the first one dies, the second one has full rested EXP. No, my strategy is don't die.
Lastly for today, make a macro asking for buffs. You're going to pass a lot of druids, mages, and priests in your day, and all of them can give you very handy buffs. But you don't want to type out asking for one every time you walk past a bear. So simply make a macro asking politely for a nice buff, and they'll probably give one to you. And if you're uncomfortable being disingenuous to someone for your own personal gain, then you shouldn't have become a streamer, but also offered a tip. Coming up tomorrow, will everyone get through Ragefire Chasms? Will Mizkif die again? And an exclusive interview with Tactics, the man responsible for creating Rested XP add-on, and why he's trying to make an add-on to add Zins into the game. This has been OnlyFangs News, sponsored by Rav, the only man that does League and WoW well, and also the only reason I got in here. Welcome back to OnlyFangs News.
I love Rav, dude. I'm playing on that mouse pad right now. It's Rav the Avatar's mouse pad, boys. Fucking slash Pet Howard. This shit's juice. Crotch shot OP. Oh, give me a break. This is the let's do them in
Welcome
order.
to OnlyFangs news. We're on day 2 of Hardcore WoW, and a lot has happened, so let's get right into it. General good news for today. Jimmy is here, discovered the recipe for the Elixir of Growth potion, which is a nice little stat
What
boost.
is that?
A rage potion has been bought from a vendor. There's no word on Thistle Tea for rogues, and it looks like a guild member is going to be the first to reach level 60. Leading the charge right now is Amphi, an undead
Tragic what happened to Ampy. Tragedy.
that ended the night at level 36. He is projected to be level 60 in 2 days. Thank you for your cervix, Amphi. Now, the amount of daily deaths that are happening is getting higher and higher as the pressure builds up throughout Hardcore. As these streamers get their characters into the low teens, they're discovering more and more dangerous stuff. Now, most streamers' careers end when they get careless with teens, but for the following, it just means that they have to...
Wait. What did he just say? That's great. That's insane. Okay. Dr. Disrespect would not appreciate that. Well, and he had no problems with, well, he had a minor problem in more ways than one.
to play more WoW. And I'd like to start out talking about these deaths with Ebonheart, a man who promised to shave his head if he died once. We look forward to the Chrome Dome and Ebonheart, but I speak on behalf of
Welcome!
all of us when I say if you do a buzz cut, you lied to us. Go down to the bone. The rest of the deaths are going to scroll by in the next segment.
Bro, I saw Sardaco. I saw this clip of Sardaco. He goes, boys, I might be dead here. This dude has aggroed the entirety of the Barons and is like, I might be dead. I'm like, I would be shitting my pants.
A lot of good clips, but if you want to see those, go watch Hardcore Moments. And yes, it was Ms. Kiff's fault. Now for everyone's favorite part, rumors and drama. Soda Poppin is racist, even in game. Tyler won on his 4th character, received a small bite of charity from an anonymous player. He was gifted a green item chess piece that was slightly better than his own, and a hammer that was 6 times better than his own. However, this anonymous sender was presumed to be one of Tonka T's viewers. As per guild guidelines, it would be illegal for Tyler 1 to use these items because someone outside the guild sent it to him. So Soda called and berated him until he...
Oh yeah, how do you open your mail? How do you do that? One of the guild members sent me something. Go to a mailbox. Oh god. Okay, so it's right over here. Thank you, Stars. Oh my god, I almost reported him. How do I take it? Oh, we're good. Yeah, he asked me if I needed that, and I was like, it is technically an upgrade for me if you don't mind giving it to me. We're huge. Okay, and now. Reported for helping? No, you can trade with people in the game.
He finally begrudgingly deleted the items.
Sorry, what'd you say? I took my headset off.
Delete it. Like full
Oh,
on.
actually, I can't hear you anymore.
bullshit.
My audio on this computer's all messed up.
Delete it. It's
And all was well. Until some new news hit my desk. The anonymous sender was actually from the guild, making the hammer completely legal to use, and using this hammer would have sped up Torin Tyler's leveling process by a ton. However, since there's no way to get back deleted items in WoW, Tyler 1 was rightfully mad at Soda Poppin and left him a little message.
Soda Poppin, you little cheating piece of shit. That guy that sent me the mace was from our guild. You know what it is, Soda Poppin? Nobody wants to see a black man succeed, including you. You're racist in and out of. Wow.
Stop! For those of you that don't know Tyler's lore, Tyler has like one black ancestor in like the last 5 generations of his family. And so now he says that he's black. It's crazy.
I want my mace back, Soda. Goodbye.
Technically correct.
fucking full on race. God damn it, he's right.
And unfortunately for Soda Poppin, this isn't the only drama he's found himself in. You see, the score for the trolls in the Torrens race war on the first day was so close that some people were saying it was rigged. Soda Poppin, being the owner of the guild and being a troll, led to some rumors about Soda Poppin and tactics cooking the book a little bit for the trolls. Now, I'm a man of the people and love a good rumor, but I can quell this rumor pretty well. Every point that goes into this score sheet is completely accounted for and kept receipts of. Next rumor,
Bro, that's a crazy score sheet. I'm so glad I don't have to manage
small
any of
group
this
of
shit.
undeads has been trying to boost the morale of the race by using a phrase known as "make undeads great again," or MUGA for short, on account of their very disappointing middle-of-the-road performance on day 1. Whether or not this phrase spread throughout the undead chats, I don't know. But what I do know is that the trolls at the start of the day were in the lead, and by the end of the day, roles were flipped. It'd be impossible to go over all the reasons why, but essentially a lot of deaths, failures,
Wow, undead kind of eating.
and recounting the votes. The longer hardcore goes on, the more dangerous and annoying things people discover in this 20-year-old game. Here are some
True.
things to look out for while you're playing hardcore WoW. Fake Thunder Fury links. If you're new to the game and you think someone just got lucky and landed a legendary, they didn't. It won't be months until someone has this. It's too hard to get. The Undercity
even know what the
elevator. There's a
Bro, if I'm new to this game, I don't even know what Thunder Fury is. I'm like, yeah, grats on that thing that you may or may not have gotten, whatever the that is.
back door. Just take it. It'll take you 2 extra minutes, but it's worth saving the 0.8% chance you have of just randomly dying on that thing. As
Guys, when I walked into the Barrens for the first time and I said, guys, is there anything in this zone that you guys consider like really like scary and like I need to watch out for? And they just said the chat. Which wasn't wrong. The chat was crazy.
Wake Wilder put it,
The chat was literally insane. I mean, they're like, it got a little tame for a while, and somebody's like, can somebody talk about abortion? This shit's getting way too chummy in here. It's literally wild.
this is a game of safety. Safety is the name of the game. Stay safe. And the last thing to look out for is relationships forming. It's too early to predict any, but with all the duo...
Wait, we have women in here? Yo, let's go!
and role playing, it's bound to happen, and you want to make sure you're as far away from that as possible. Tips and tricks for today. Remember to update your add-ons. Having
A lot? Do they have penises or no?
updated add-ons can cause your computer to run slower or your game to crash. Both could result in a death, or simply not having the add-on on. Second thing, don't try to be a nice person in putting these sickly gazelles out of their misery by killing them. It's part of a quest to cure them, and everyone that you killed is one that can't be cured anymore. You're not a savior, you're a murderer. And the last tip, don't hit the Orgrimmar Hookah Pendulum. That shit one-shots. Before we close out, I'd like to address some complaints that I received in my Twitter DMs after yesterday's first
Wait, what was the complaint? Hold on.
shots. Before we close out, I'd like to address some complaints that
You can't anchor. You are literally a troll. You're going to be biased as hell and hunched over all day long. Have an undead or an orc on the show if you come. If you're gonna continue. Otherwise, I ain't watching this news anymore. Are you guys? Are the people in this guild actually? Bro, if you're not gonna watch the news, no one cared.
I received in my Twitter DMs after yesterday's first broadcast. Some people are worried about having a troll being the only source of news. Well, I'll have you know that I'm first and foremost a man of the people. And tomorrow I'll be having on the race leaders from each main faction giving me their endorsement. Coming up tomorrow, why can't Skinners flay centaurs? We've seen their rugs around, we know it's possible, but why can't we? Is it a conspiracy Illuminati group keeping all those crafting materials for themselves? And if so, why? What could you do with all those infinite crafting materials? Who's doing it? Why are they doing it? And why can't we? And finally, thank you to our sponsor, OnlyBags. OnlyBags has the best bags west of the Blasted Lands. We don't.
Is that why they keep linking this in the guild chat? Guys, the guild chat is constantly full with people like only bags. The only place to get all your bag needs. Only bags. Please invest. I'm like, what the is going on?
I don't know how they have so many bags, but they do. If you need bags, you contact
These
them.
people
Thank
are
you for watching
crazy.
OnlyFangs News. I'm Harold NA, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't hit the
These people are
Welcome back to
crazy.
OnlyFangs News, the only news you can trust and also the only news. Last day I told you that I would get the endorsement of all the main race leaders to prove my journalist.
Can we talk about this for a moment? This kind of pisses me off because Undead got Sardako, who is like a competent human being, and Troll got Mizkif. All right. Taran got Pops, who's apparently a total G, and whoever the that is, no one even cares. But like this is crazy. Miz has died like 4 or 5 times already.
Integrity, and so that you could have full faith in the news that you watch.
Like,
so before we get into the goods,
I'm a higher level than Miz is.
let's show those.
I think Harold's news channel is good and not biased. And I have not been paid to say this. This is the Rat Lord Sardako, and I approve this message.
I think OnlyFangs is honest and unbiased. I fully endorse their journalistic integrity, and I haven't been paid to say this.
Why? Now for the Torrens, it
That was a perfect cut. What?
was actually unclear who the race leader was. Was it Pops or Wake Wilder? I don't know. So I wasn't able to get the endorsement, but I promise you, maybe
Wake Wilder. That guy looks like
I
that. He's a
will get
human.
it. As for the Orcs, they had Mizkif as their race leader. So I
That's my fearless leader.
had someone DM him for me, and he said, if Chance says it's okay, then it's okay.
That's crazy. He couldn't even get a hold of Mizkif. This couldn't even get a hold of my race leader, and then that is my race leader's icon. This is crazy.
So there you go. I hope you have confidence that I'm not fake news now. Although speaking of things that are fake, let's get into Mizkif's leadership of the orcs. Following the leads for my endorsement, I've found out that the people's faith in their orc leader is wavering. Let me show you. Is it a pity roll or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mizzy.
You know, I'm not going to speak ill of the leader.
Who you believe is a good...
I will. This motherfucker's died 4 times. The f going on here? I'm brand new to the game. Haven't died once.
Good leader.
I don't speak English, unfortunately.
That feels like a lie.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like Miz can do. He's great. He's doing great.
Could you then maybe for the record just say, I think Mizkif is a good leader? Can you say that out loud?
No, I don't think
Not in good conscience.
you understand. I'm speaking Orcish. You know, what can I say?
Oh, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Right. He's really good at Warcraft, is what you're saying right now?
I'm sorry?
You don't sound confident.
I actually do think that Mizkif is actually good at World of Warcraft. I just think that he intentionally tanks himself on his stream. I think it's for content. I think he just kind of runs it down for content. But I actually do think that he's probably pretty good at the game if he was playing legit.
In him, I will
Because I see how he moves and all of his like all of his, the way all his shit's organized, bro. That's a veteran player. There's just no shot.
I think that Mizkif
Yeah.
is a pretty good leader.
You mean Mizkif, the streamer, is really good at World of Warcraft, the game, is what you just said?
Oh, you're saying that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you could do it without the pretty? Because that adds a lot of gray room. But you think? Well, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You tell me if I'm being wrong here. But that sounds like what you said.
And he should be it. I think that I don't know who is good and who is bad at World of Warcraft in the guild. I honestly have no idea who has played and who hasn't played before. But I will say is Miz is probably not the person we want in charge. God bless him. God bless him in the most reasonable way possible.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
Probably someone else.
One more time. You can take a moment if you need it, by the way.
By the way, these harpies are completely cooked, guys. These harpies are so cooked. They just spawn on you, or they come out of invisibility or some crazy voodoo shit and they try to kill you. It's wild.
Hold on, let me clear my...
It's really hard to hear.
Am I breaking up? Am I breaking up?
It's very static.
Well,
Mizkif is one of the leaders of all time.
okay, yeah. So I'm kind of thinking
It's
maybe
one of
you
the
actually,
leaders of
instead
all
adding
time.
an extra word, you left out one there.
No, I
I
didn't.
feel like I'm not here to spread rumors. This is just the info that I got from fellow orcs. I don't know if it's because he keeps dying or because he doesn't have the Zug Zug pass, but the point is their faith is wavering, and pretty soon they might need a new leader.
That's
On to the
because he's
general
died
good
4
news.
times.
Olivia Goddess hit level 10 today, which becomes infinitely more impressive when you find out she's blind. She plays by being an inch away from
So you're telling me that the blind girl got farther than Miz did?
her screen and looking at every little detail by moving her head. We look forward to seeing you at level 60, Olivia. Also, the first Venom Strike drop on Soda Poppin's channel. For those of you that don't know, Venom Strike is one of the best bows you can possibly get in these early levels.
Nice.
Fortunately, they had no hunters, so they disenchanted it. In other news, my
Tragic.
hunter's level 17 using a vendored bow. But let's not focus on the negative. Today is a great day because the fastest leveling person in the game right now, Amp, still not sure how to say his name, has found the
Amphi.
time in between casting Blizzard on Murlocs to propose to his girlfriend. In the spirit of their goodness,
Oh,
there will be no
shit.
drama or rumors today. We all wish them well and will be trying very hard to fish
Wait, that ring is crazy. How much is Amphi getting paid? Holy
up
shit.
an additional The One Ring so that the happy couple can be together in WoW as well. Although legally, I have to say Syrup got the first One Ring. Not a lot of news on the daily
What is the one ring? Is there only one on the server? You have to get it through fishing? There was a lot of fish in this thing.
deaths today. They're going to scroll by
That's
as
sick, like Lord of the Rings.
keep talking. Looks like people are locking in so that they don't die in the starter areas so that they can hit level 60 and die in a raid instead. Now, you may have
Hey.
noticed this broadcast is coming to you very late in the day.
One of each
and evening
death.
news
Oh, I
just
see.
doesn't hit the same way that morning news does. So from now on, these broadcasts are going to be filmed at midnight the day of so that it can be out at 10 a.m. CST. So that when you start the day on hardcore,
Crazy.
you can know exactly what happened the day before and know who to make fun of. So thank you for watching OnlyFangs News, your new 10 a.m. appointment. And thank you to our sponsor, Gunnar, the best person to go to if you're a hunter in need of better equipment, bullets, and attachments. He'll give you this entire deal for only 50 silver if you ask. Or he'll give it to you for free. if you own the
BMS
news.
paint, bro.
Welcome to OnlyFangs News. We're on day 2 of hard Welcome back to OnlyFangs News, the only news station
There's
where
only
the term
5,
race war
so-
gets thrown around regularly and everyone's chill with it. Today in general
True.
good news, we have some great news that his Devil Sword leggings pattern has been found by Zerochi. Those leggings are the pre-raid BIS. Very
Yeah, so I can't wear those because they're leather.
lucky find. Additionally, we learned what the points were used for in the race war. At the end of every week, there will be a guild meeting with a central tribute chest. The faction that wins for the week gets to pick out 10 items from this pot to spread out through the rest of their faction. This week being the first time it happens makes it a very special week, and the winners were the maggot feeders, which is not a sentence you want to say if you have dyslexia, and they
I literally thought exactly that. The second he said it, I was like, oh my god.
chose Dante's to be their champion to pick all the items for them. However, after the rare items were dished out to Dante's, we found out that he wasn't able to trade them to his fellow undeads because his account wasn't old enough.
Bro, Dante's
Oh no, dude. So they
can't even trade soda. You just gave He's can't even trade that freaking linen bandage.
So now the undeads have to wait until he either dies and loses all the items, or for him to survive 30 days so that he can actually give them out.
So they won the first week and they don't get anything for it because they gave all the items to the guy and he can't trade them away.
Now on to
That's
daily
crazy.
deaths.
The candle is nuts.
It's a sad day. The person in first to the race to level
Oh, this
60,
is so
fellow
sad.
guild member, undead, Ampy, was
This-
killed today
this
by
was-
luck and
yeah.
nothing else. Ampy was level 54 at the 9-yard finish line. He has been playing ever since hardcore dropped, sleeping only 4 hours every day and playing the other 20. We aren't quite sure
That's insane, by the way, bro. Everybody chill out.
why, but for some reason, while he was farming, just like he had done millions of times before that, he disconnected. He couldn't reconnect to his account for the next 3 minutes. And since he had just pulled a large group of mobs, we all knew that there was nothing we could do other than wait and know that behind
May the good Lord bless you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy shit. That really sucks. Oh my
screen,
God. I hope that doesn't happen to me. Oh my
his
God.
character was being torn apart limb from limb, and there was nothing that any of us could do. We didn't need him to log back in to know what had happened next, and it didn't make anyone feel any better when he finally got back into his account only to see a dead level 54. Every second, every
Tragic.
minute, and every day that he spent on that character was gone, all because of bad luck. But before you send your condolences, just know that he doesn't want your sympathy. You want to know how I know this? Because in his lowest moment, when he had the perfect excuse to whine, bitch, moan, and convetch about how bad WoW is and how bad their servers are and how unlucky he is,
True.
he didn't do any of that. No, he loaded up again and went again. Same class, same race, same method. He didn't change a thing. When
That's because it took him like, like, bro, comparatively to the other classes, bro, I don't understand what it is about this Frost Mage shit. Like, first of all, this guy's a gremlin. Second of all, I think it hurts a lot less for him to die than... Bro, if I die, I'm cooked out of like 4 days of progress. Because I kill one mob at a time. It's very methodical. We're cooking, right? This guy is literally power farming the piss out of his shit. He goes to like level 22 in like a day. Like, it's insane.
When he was given the perfect excuse to why
Fuck
he
that, he
failed,
does it in like 4
didn't
hours.
use it, because that's what being unlucky is, because that's what hardcore is, because that's
He's a
who
unit.
Ompy is. He doesn't need our sympathy. He just needs us to watch. Anyway, now the trolls are in the lead for first, I guess, by another guild member, Zerochi. So, lucky trolls, I guess. Tips and tricks for the day, troubleshoot everything. Not just because Ampy, but also because a few hours later, the exact same thing happened to Summit 1G. Anything that you can think of that would
Did Summit die?
make you DC, eliminate it. Second tip, don't use the Goblin Mortar Trinket. We're getting to the point where people are having profession skills in the 200s. And one of the most enticing items you can get from
I'm at
engineering,
75.
the Goblin Mortar, comes at that range of skill. It's a wonderful trinket that on reloading sometimes just randomly kills you. So probably don't use it. Last tip, watch who your healer is. There's been reports of racist healers hopping into dungeons, getting to the final boss, and then not healing their DPS or tanks because they're another race and want them to die. So just make
That is crazy. If I was in a dungeon and some rat cuck didn't heal me because I'm an orc and they're a troll or something, I would run that stream into the ground. I would literally harass that person into the oh my God. Oh my God, I would be so pissed. You people are petty as that's insane. You let him die.
Make sure before going into a dungeon you can trust your healer. And before I close out,
I'm never doing another dungeon again. F this shit, bro. that.
Want to let everyone know why these broadcasts are unlisted. The answer is I'm just making these for the guild, really. I'm imagining they're extremely boring to watch if you aren't in the guild, but people keep asking me to make them public, and I'm just not going to. If you want to watch them, they're on a playlist on my channel, but if that's really not enough, steal them, post them somewhere else. Throw streamers react over it, I don't care. I just make these for the guild. Y'all can have them if you want. I just don't know why you would. And finally, today is sponsored by S-Fan. After having his recent banishment from the trolls, he wanted to get revenge on the rest of the horde and started a local
S-Fan got banned from the trolls?
business called Laughing Coughing, dedicated to DDoSing and hacking other players at crucial moments. And apparently they had a big break today, so that's exciting. Not sure what it was about, but if you're interested in griefing someone, that's where you go. Thank you for watching OnlyFangs News.
You can get banned from a
My name
race?
is Harold NA, and I will see you never, because this camera is a one-way thing. Welcome back to OnlyFangs News, the only news.
That's crazy. Was that 5?
Welcome back to OnlyFangs News, where my number one concern every day is making sure that I don't typo the guild's name by dropping the N in Fangs. And
that would be bad. It would. That would be rough. A tragic, unfortunate. You got 4 punishments, and Vay decided he was a liability. Bro, I'm so glad I'm not in their guild, but I'm glad I'm not in their goddamn group.
general good news, we have a bit of a quality over.
Bro, that's really shitty because he did all of that like RP cosplay shit. He did die 4 times, so I get it. But like, can we have Miz that's died 4 times?
Or quantity thing going on today, because really nothing good happened. In fact, a lot of bad happened. We'll get into that after covering the one good thing that did happen today. Now, technically it occurred after midnight, which is when I draw the line at the day's end. But hitting server first 60 only happens once, so I had to stay up for it and make sure it happened. That's right, Zerochi at 3:48 a.m. CST with a playtime of 3 days and 22 hours hit level 60. So now he can find
3 days, 22 hours? How the are people doing this? I'm almost at 2 days. I've been locked in leveling the whole time. What the?
finally play the game.
These people are animals. They're not good. They're not human beings. They literally just don't stop. They're gremlins.
In second place for so long until a very unfortunate death on Ompi's part. Quick moment of silence. Zerochi took
the knowledge, dude. Shit's crazy.
We're all very happy that it was someone from our guild, and the happiest of all are the trolls, who get all the points for the partner succession. But we're very sad about Ompi's death. Another moment of silence. But the good news basically ends there. Well, I guess that depends on what you think about drama, because we have a lot of that today, including our first real piece of
I saw that. This shit crazy.
drama occurring between one Duo King and Pops. After haphazardly going through Scarlet Monastery Graveyard, a level 30-ish dungeon, there was clear signs of miscommunication from the start. However, they apexed at a point of a dangerously large pole where everyone got scared and bailed, except for Duo King and Dat.
I have never met Pops. I've only like kind of interacted with him as a third party, seeing his clips, but he seems like the grandfather of World of Warcraft. He seems like a super chill dude. Something tells me it was probably not Pops' fault.
Mods, the healer and tank, who attempted to handle the pole by themselves, while coming very close to killing these monsters and apparently climaxing, judging by the noise that Duo King made. They simply didn't have the damage output to kill everything. So Duo King died. Rightfully upset, he got off to play a much better game, Slay the Spire, where he said this.
It's literally that guy's fault that I'm dead, because he's like such a weird, like angry piece of shit for no reason. Literally, he can go get cancer and die, okay, unironically.
Bro, what the
because he leaves the Discord, because he's like so mad at thin air, because he's like this is just the actual genuine truth. So like everyone was about to leave it because they're all like, guys, let's just Hearth. And then I'm sitting there thinking like, wait a second, someone's not even in the Discord. So I type out to Hearth.
Pretty harsh shit to talk over a video game.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm not gonna dungeon with him. I'm gonna take a path. Bro, I'll be honest, I got that same kind of mad at League of Legends back in the day. I used to get these WoW players, you guys get angry. I haven't seen rage like this since I played League, man.
Pops wasn't a perfect little angel either.
One sec. I'm hearthing out of a dungeon. Okay. Oh no, we just lost the priest in our dungeon. Oh well. I mean, I hate to see that, but he didn't hearth out fast enough, I guess. No. We all hearthed out of the dungeon, and for some reason, the priest was still in there.
Duo King couldn't.
I looked into this, and from what I can tell in the comments and then trying to review what I could, it looked like that everyone else hearthed And like the other two just kind of stayed, bro. I don't know.
Hearth out because he was busy saving everyone else that was. However, it's a game. Don't say this shit to another person. Caught up in the heat of the moment and being over the internet, it's easy to forget that we're all just people that deserve respect from one another, and I'm sure they'll handle it privately, so don't bother them.
Kent Hearth getting hit? Okay, so yeah, he was just trying to save other people and he just died.
Adults, let them talk it out. On the topic of treating others how you want to be treated in the golden rule, there is one exception to this rule. Dante's. You can treat him like dirt. If you've ever read Dante's Inferno, you
Isn't this the League of Legends player? That is like a terrorist?
may think it's a story about going through literal hell, but actually it's a metaphor for
This
just
is
playing
like
a
the Giga Toxic League guy.
dungeon with Doanel. The idea of hell is much less harsh and easier to grasp for the average reader. You see, while attempting to run a dungeon called Wailing Caverns with me, Dante's, Jimmy here, Apricat, and my brother Crema, we found out that he has never used the ability Sundered Armor. He doesn't know what gear is good for him, so he just needs everything, and the worst part...
Okay, I accidentally needed on my first piece of gear because I didn't know what need or greed meant, and I wanted to use the less severe of the two, and I thought greed meant that I just got it no matter what, and I didn't want to be a dick, so I clicked need, and it was on like a piece of malachite or some useless shit, and they were like, look at blue, and then they explained it to me, and then I never did that again.
Is that he doesn't need the gear to have it, he needs the gear to sell it. I had to pay him the vendor price of Venom Strike, the whole reason I was running the dungeon, just so that he'd promise not to give it to me and sell it. I apologize for getting heated. I'm a journalist.
That's insane! What the It's terrorism, man! League of Legends players, dude. On God. Like, holy shit.
I have to stay unbiased. Dante's is a rat bitch. What I said about respecting people. And if you're still thinking about running a dungeon with him, I'll leave you with this. What is this Dante's tax?
Yeah, so Dante's tax is going to be that when someone does a dungeon with me, the first time they do it, I need everything, but then afterwards, I'm going to be a nice guy.
Do you realize that just makes you a horrible person? Do you know that?
It makes...
That does make you a horrible person. What the are we talking about? So you're going to need on everything and then force them to pay you for it is insane.
Be a based capitalist.
Oh, gotcha. You follow Elon Musk on Twitter? What?
Fuck yeah. Twitter, Twitter
Yeah, I do.
blue and everything.
No way. I got Twitter gold, so... Now, the next piece of drama is between a man and ones and zeros. Specifically, this man and this group of ones and zeros. After
I heard
getting
about
offered
this.
a duel from a random warlock...
I saw this live.
...and proclaiming he isn't the pussy against Emiru's better judgment, Mizkif accepted the duel and promptly lost. Because he's a warrior and the other guy was a warlock, it's a bit of a rock, paper, scissors thing at that level. Fortunately, it was not a duel to the death, so it was just for fun. However, unfortunately, this guard had Mizkif on pack watch and stabbed him in the back. Guards are never, ever, ever supposed to attack someone of the same fact.
Oh my God, the guard ran over it. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was a Maku Ra, so he just died and started over. He's just standing there. Look at his face. Look at. Oh, I got Hugh Hotmar here too, bro. It's crazy, dude. It's from the same faction. Yeah, that's our town, man.
Faction. The only guards that are designed to attack you are the neutral faction guards, like the goblins in Booty Bay. The running theory is that Mizkif applied a bleed to the warlock's pet, and since the game is 20 years old, that the bleed lasted a few frames too long and counted Mizkif as attacking a horde player, and the guard was programmed to kill anyone that did that. And that this particular warlock knew this would happen and intentionally ran Miz's fate. Now, all of this is very unclear. We here at OnlyFangs News believe that this has to be a Occam's razor situation where the most likely thing to happen is the thing that happened, which is that Sardako paid off his fellow undead guard to kill Mizkif given the opportunity. After being the most drama-packed day so far, let's cut the tension with people's second favorite segment, daily deaths. No super exciting deaths other than the news we just went over, but shortly after Mizkif died, he exemplified the perfect hardcore player
Listed twice.
and showed what all of you should be like by going again and making another character. Then he died again.
E-Rob too? Yeah, E-Rob.
Being one of the bastions of hardcore WoW and a big reason that we all get to play it and enjoy it together, he made another...
Bro, do you guys notice what he did here? This is literally a reenactment of the South Park shit, bro. Shit's
For
insane.
being one of the bastions of hardcore WoW and a big reason that we all get to play it and enjoy it together, he made another character despite being griefed and harassed over and over. So 07's for Mizzy. The leader for the most deaths is now a 4-way tie between the most nightmare blunt rotation ever, Mizkif,
The top creators, Ms. Kiv,
S-Fan, Lauren, and Lady Hope. All
That's insane.
at 4 deaths. Now, for tips and tricks today, when you go into a dungeon, have a designated IGL. And if you never competed in Battle Royales, an IGL stands for in-game leader. Pick someone in the 5-man to play this role. And if shit goes bad, you don't leave until they say so. I don't care if you're level 59 with a pubic hair of XP left to go to 60 and someone just pulled the entire dungeon. If your IGL says y'all can
Oh, I'm roaching. See ya. I'm just kidding. I always stick to the plan, bro. You tell me to do something, I die on that ping. Permanent or not.
fight and win, you stay. Otherwise, if you get in a hot situation, no one will know what to do, and this shit happens. Second tip, don't play with Dantes. Oh. I thought there was going to be more about that. Just don't play with Dantes. Third tip, it's a game. We're here to have fun. If you actually aren't enjoying it, no reason to play. However, I think I speak for at least 80% of the players here when I say this game is way more fun with players to play with. And if you're making the slog to 60 because you want to play with your friends, then you have all of our appreciation. Before I go for the day, the owner of Fangsley and Fangsley 2...
I don't even have friends yet. Although I've talked to a few people in the guild. I feel like they like me reasonably, right? I'm kind of minding my own business for the most part.
Viewer-based guilds has hired their entire guild to act as my informants. I am just one man at the end of the day, and sometimes dirt falls through the cracks. However, starting today, there won't be a crack to fall through. If you try to take off the OnlyFangs add-on, try to buy gold, or even scratch under your loincloth of the bear, I'll know about it. Not tomorrow, though. Budget cuts are happening to OnlyFangs news, which basically means I don't have the time or money to be able to do 2 hours of research, 1 hour of scripting, and 3 hours of editing every day. Love doing it, but I also like not being fired from my job. So, unfortunately, tomorrow, you might have to go with no 10 a.m. news. But let me be clear, I am coming back. Do not freak out. I'm not gone forever, so don't...
All right, everybody comment on the video and say he's not gone forever.
Say that.
Is he gone
I will
forever?
be back. And lastly, thank you for our sponsor today, Undead Fleshlights. It's like getting head, but none of the good parts. Undead...
That's insane, bro. What are we doing?
Fleshlights, for those who like teeth. Thank you for watching OnlyFangs News Day 5. I'll see you over tomorrow.
Y'all are crazy, bro. This shit's insane. Yeah, here's the playlist, guys. I can't believe he leaves these unlisted. These are really good videos. These are really good videos. Anyway, I figured I'd react to them because I felt like people probably wanted to see them.